We must defend our rights, for we shall perish. We shall protect us from wonderful. Shall be our dedication, sealing on God, will cause our privilege. The waving stone of which memories the fleet shall not rescue of life of liberty.
Oh, nana, land of the right side, John Divine, my originality. Land of the right side, Biafra, land of the right side, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them entered in. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got up to their motel. With religion splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination teared us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, God. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our maker. Now it's the time to be restored. Great Biafra Father Isaac, descendants of Jacob, Biafra is a reality. My originality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial master, criminal master, a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar, brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the reason line, forced to coexist together in the plant of confusion, describing the soil and the water that can never mix. Planted the cabals, the representatives here in Nigeria, looting all our treasures, colonial external marginalization of them Biafras. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. My fatherland. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. My home, my father's land. My originality. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Sweet home, my father's land. I believe in Biafra. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My father's land. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my father's land.
Yes, once again, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London and with every degree of certainty reaching you across the globe. Radio Biafra Extra is being anchored. Radio Biafra is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Uchi Okafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandioku Kano, the prince of Afali Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku kingdom, the one and only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. For almost 60 years, nobody have done that. He commands our loyalty. The one ordained by Chukwuka Biama himself. And whatever he say, we do. Wherever he lead, we go. And by the special grace of Chukwuka Biama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. And it is a privilege that I served indigenous people of Biafra as the African rep and the Nigerian international coordinator. We must move ahead to acknowledge the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama himself, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. What exactly can we do? Except he has done his work through us. It's the lifting up of our head, our shield, and our buckler, for our help does not come from the mountains. It doesn't come from the hill, but from God Almighty who made the heavens and the earth. And so I will humble myself this morning as always and acknowledge his faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, you are still the same. All I have desired, thy hand has made it possible. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, Lord, you are still the same. All we have desired, thy soul has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord, unto thee. Ibuchukwu nibuchim, Ibuchukwu onye bigwe o, Ibu Alpha na Omega mo, Omega mo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka nji na-asị n'ibuchi mo. Ibuchukwu n'ibuchi m, Ibuchukwu onye njem ọnụ, Ibu Alpha na Omega mo, Omega mo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka nji na-asị n'ibuchi mo. Daddy o, ịdị ebube, eze n'ịdị omimi o, Ibu Alpha na Omega mo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka nji na-asị n'ibuchi anyị. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya Daddy o, ịmakwa n'inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, Ibu Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma. But of course we must continue. Our topic this morning is simple. Their memory is all we have left with us. Their memory is all we have left with us. Their memory is all we have left for us, and that is all we ever need. That is all we ever needed. That is all we will ever need. Their memory. And somebody is going to say, memory of who? Maybe memory of your dog, or memory of your cat, or maybe memory of your investment. It's your choice anyway. Their memory, that is all we ever have of them. Let me create a scenario for you to understand where we are going to this morning. My mother is late. And I knew my mother, and I thank God for that. She died at the age of 78 years. All things being equal, some people say, oh, she's old. She's not old enough, because her elder sisters, all of them are still alive. And then I would have given anything for her to have lived longer. She's 78, but she don't even look 50, for your information. And I love her. I would say the love I have for my mother is more than the love my mother had for me. But who am I to say utter such words, considering the fact that she carried me for 9 months without aborting me? Considering the fact that she protected me and defended me when I cannot defend myself. Considering the single fact that she would have given up on me, but yet she held on to me. Considering the fact that as a very stubborn child, there is no original child that is not stubborn. So if you are not stubborn as a child, something is really wrong with you and you need to be treated. When Biafra comes, we shall treat you. Considering the single fact that even when I thought I have sense and I stood my ground and I challenged her, but yet I could only understand what David meant when he said to God, thy gentleness, O Lord, has made me great. And so who am I to say that I love my mother, my mother love me? It's really not possible. But I'm just trying to make you understand that I truly love my mother. A very beautiful damsel, I should say. In her teen, very beautiful. Very yellow, more than the Caucasian. I admire her beauty. She grew old. She labored for us. She did a lot of things many women cannot do. I've met my mother early in the morning like this severally. I hear people, they say, oh, this George Onyibe is trying. He don't sleep. We don't sleep in my family. 4 don't meet us in the bed. 4 don't meet us in the bed. I don't know. Maybe somebody curse us, but I love that curse anyway. Once it's 4 a.m., sleep don't enter our eye. I don't know. But if it were to be in those days, they would be able to tell us the reason. So we don't even sleep. Even if I sleep by 3:49, in less than 5 seconds, once it's 4, I must be awake, except I don't want to stand up. And then maybe after 4, and then the sleep comes up. But why am I saying this? I have met my mother almost every morning as a child. I will meet her at the back of the penthouse in our building, and she will be praying. Most times she hold her breast and begin to pray to God and say, you've given me all these children. None of them is crippled. None of them is blind. None of them is deaf. None of them is a drug addict. None of them is evil. Oh God, keep it this way. I will not bury my children. Any death that will kill any of my children, let that death kill me. She prayed dangerous prayer. I, as a father, I don't think I can pray that for my children, but my mother did it for me. She fell sick. I needed all the help I can to keep her alive. But you know, there is limit to what we can do. And she passed on. And every day, I remember her shouting at me. What a loving mother. I need that shout now. I can't get it any longer. Every day, I remember how using firewood to beat me. I need that beating now. It's no more. I remember there was a woman I could go to and share all my pains and burden with her. And she would say to me, don't worry, you're going to be fine. I remember she passed on when I didn't have enough to take care of her the way I should. And today, she's no more. I can't buy her clothes. I can't buy her drugs any longer. I can't feed her any longer. I can't play with her any longer. I know I'm going to see her one day, but I don't know where and when and how it's going to be like. This is the memory of my mother. It will always be with me. Every day I search the face of the gods. I want to see her again. I want to hold my mother again. I want to fight with her all over again. I want to let her know that I love her. But the beauty of it is that I remember with her dying breath, she looked at me and said, Onyema, my son, if they have ever told me you will take care of me, I will not believe. I will not believe. And she died. This is the memory of my mother that I have with me. Unwene doesn't know. Unwene doesn't know. Nelong hugu yibu mefi unyeli oyo. Korendu yi neli u negubwe. Ukuri makuwa gwane mo. It boils down to the same thing. What memory of our people do we have? Ojukwu was comfortable enough to behave like those of you who think you are stupid, but they have a memory of who his father is, who his father was, and who we will always be. They risk everything. He risked everything. He dared life himself. Bloodied nation against him. He gave no hoot to any of them. He stood his ground. This is the memory we have for him. That there was a man who was willing to fight, to die, to sacrifice all for a nation he knew nothing about. This is the memory we have for him. That when time came for him to take the decision, the necessary decision, he stood on his ground. Without bothering whose fault is God, he took that decision. The decision led to death of many Biafrans, most of which we are not very proud of, but we will never forget them. For in the end, it is their ultimate sacrifice that kept us where we are today. And Nigerian state and the British government and those community, global community that are collaborated to murder these people want us to forget about that. May God never forgive me this sin if I ever forget my mother or my father. May he never forgive me. May I burn in hell. May I rot in hell. And may you rot in hell and die a miserable death if you think those Biafrans will be forgotten. Their memory is all we have. And that is what fuels us. That is what drives us. And that is what the reason why we are here. And then they stood to defend our land. Men and women. I have a video of a boy, 10 years old boy. They were interviewing him, a British journalist, I should say. How old are you? Say, I'm 10 years. Why is Biafra fighting? He said, we are fighting for survival. What a memory. The young boys were forced into army within the ages of 6 to maybe 15 or 17. They were forced to carry arms to defend their brotherland, their fatherland. Their memory lives in me. I know many young girls against all old become men just to defend this Biafra we are fighting to defend today. Their memory is all I have with me. I was not with them, but it is a burden that we carry their pain. And I tell you, you people are not ready for what is coming. You think you make merchandise out of us? You think you need oil? You are not ready. Don't worry. It is bit by bit. I have the memory of them. The many little girls were hidden. Most of them, I talked to one of them day before yesterday or yesterday. She said to me, in fact, she sent me audio because she can't even say that to me. She sent me a WhatsApp audio. I said, Maze, do you know I was a very young, beautiful damsel when that war was going on? He said, I remember my grandmother. Because it is my grandmother that prevented me from being raped by Yoruba Hausa Fulanis. Because they were going compound to compound, picking little fine girls and defiling them. He said, I remember my grandmother have to take me from my mother and hide me. It is where they hid me, they bring food to give to me. Until the war was over. He said, I remember. And today I remember how many of them were raped to death. There is a principal of member of IPOB who is in Imo State. And I remember her mother told us, sharing tears on that day. She was adopted from Imo State, precisely the handwork of Buhari, taken to Buri camp in Port Harcourt under the custody of Abacha. They raped her morning and night on daily basis, and one morning she woke up. She had access to knife and told them if they don't take her home, she will kill herself. God touched their heart, Yoruba man heart, and they said, don't kill yourself, we will take you home. The woman said that is how they returned her home. I remember that they were children who were crying. They need food. Their mother breast, there is no milk any longer. And I remember that there are people like Adekule Yoruba man who is telling them, we will shoot at anything that moved. I remember that they couldn't cook food even when they wanted to cook. Because any direction where Nigerian and British government army, mercenary, see smoke coming up, they shoot sporadically against that region. I remember that Yakubu Gowon said, if it takes to kill all of us to keep Nigeria one, he must do it. I remember that many saboteurs lived among us. I remember that yet today the same people are here. I remember that we are still standing even up to this moment. I remember their memory is all we have. Of course, Facebook will cut me off. They have started already, but we will never forget because it's their memory that is all we have left. So many of our people have been dead. They've been killed because of one Nigeria. Talking about them look like hate speech to Nigeria and British government. And sometimes they feel we shouldn't talk about them. It's an abomination. But let me tell you the truth. If we choose to forget about them, it's an abomination. And certainly it will lead to our death. The same way they died, it will lead to that death. And so we must remember them. We must be prepared to die in their place. Worse than they die if we choose to forget them. But we will not forget them. How did they die? Ask yourself. They died in the hand of Nigeria and British government. They died miserably. They died hopelessly. They died for what they believe in. But in their dying and their last breath, they knew today will come because they've not gone to sleep. And somebody will say, why did they die? They died to defend us. They died to defend me and you. Very comfortable now. You are a big boy, you know, but people put their life on the line to make you be a big boy. Honor them with your life. Honor them with your life. And somebody is going to say, why were they killed? They were killed because the Yoruba and the Hausa Fulani, they need percentage. They need to control our resources. They need some percentage. British government controls our very life. Take everything from us, including our very life. Give some percentage to our people, supposedly black men, who would have rejected it. They want this oil from Biafra land flowing down to the north. Yoruba want 10% going down to them. And then you may ask, who killed them? British government did. Nigerian state did. And then other mercenaries like Egypt and Russia, all of them did. They did. They killed them. We must always talk about them. We must always remember them. If we fail to do so, the world may not know what happened to them. And I tell you, at the end of the day, if we fail to do so, we may certainly going to experience what they experienced, and we will die the way they died. If we say, no, he's gone, the world will never know that there was a genocide in Biafra land. Even though they know, most of them are pretending, they will never speak of it. They come every day and say, oh, Armenian genocide, oh, British genocide, oh, American genocide, oh, Indian genocide, oh, Somalia genocide. But they will never mention Biafran genocide. And then if they refuse to talk about our story, we will tell our story by ourselves. Today, the rate of genocide, atrocity, and art taking place in Biafra land is on the minimum, very minimum. Why? Because we are telling them we know what you are doing. We know what you are doing. And so they are now systematically killing our people. If not for IPOB, they would have come out in their large numbers and quantity. They would have done that. If we don't remember them, who will? And if we don't remember them, telling our children that the same thing that led to the genocide of our people in 1967 to 1970 is happening already. Just yesterday, in a motor park, where Joe, or what do they call them, something Joe motor load, the Fulani headsmen came there, opened AK-47, shot sporadically on the people, on the commuters on that very motor park. All of them are dead. They are going to say, don't worry, God will help them. But most of those dead, they are the hope of their children. Their children are going to become orphan. Their wives will become widow, and their husband will become widower, and their grandmother and grandfather and those who depend on them to survive certainly are going to die. But they say, no, don't remember them. It's a hate speech. Fulani herdsmen kill you. Leave it to God. God give and God take. No, it's a hate speech. Kill them for Allah and you get 27 heaven. You don't talk about it. We manage it. Why are you promoting hate speech? Don't talk about it. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe on Sunday we will worship God. We won't talk about anything. Who will remember them? Who will remember them? But my father told me his story as a young man. I saw what Nigeria did to them. But Nigeria will not go away with this atrocity. Never. I remember that after the war, where Kwashoko, Harold Wilson syndrome ravaged our land, destroying our people. I remember that when it was time for us to heal ourselves, I remember that Awolowo took all our parents' money, gave them only 20 pounds. I remember that there are some saboteurs whose money was not taken. I remember that the Hausa Fulanis are the conquered, they are the warriors, the conquerors inside of British government. And I remember how PUB members that were hunted down, moved down, killed. This morning I remember how many IPUB members with half leg. One of them wrote to me from Anambra this morning. It should be around 4 he wrote to me. He said, I have lost my mother on Sunday. We have managed to bury her, but we must continue. I remember this boy since 2015 in the Kimpo. He was shot on the leg and he had been working with walking stick till today. I remember that even though IPUB is doing very hard to make sure this boy receives the best treatment, I remember he's still suffering. I remember Achimobi for those who were poisoned. I remember those who were locked up in pre-J cruising. I remember those who were adopted, kidnapped, and go and lock up in Hausa land. I remember. And with this knowledge, we are ready for the worst. We are ready for the worst. We must watch out for the same reason why they were killed, the same reason why they choose to die. It is happening all over again. Constant killing. Killing and raping. And I will say, they are doing it with impunity. And I remember that if we do not stand up to defend our land, I remember we will suffer more. And I remember that IPOB will not lay down their guard until Biafra is restored. And I hope you have a memory of those who have gone before us with you. I'll be back in a minute. But then, this is my song for Biafra.
This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about the holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. Yeah. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, because we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too
So join me, let us get it now. No happiness, we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah. Understand, we just wanna go back home. No amount of contest to show, yeah. Cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah. Show us love we used to do before. Beautiful faces that we see again, yeah. We need you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. No happiness, we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. Yes, when not in a movie, I don't know, yellow dinner. Tina can not give a company where to believe that. Young and the boy, holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Mugawa, Biafra, Kadegede, we run, baby. The sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. Happiness, we all rejoice.
Yes, of course, we must continue. Their memory is all we have left. How do you treat it? How do you touch it? How do you handle it? If you fail to begin to reevaluate your stand regarding their memory, if you fail to understand, to remember what they died for, that same thing that killed them will kill us. How people say when a child is wise, he can escape the death from what kills his father. But when you have a stupid child, the same thing that killed his father will kill him or her. Biafrans, be wise. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. I repeat again, our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. And of course, I want to encourage you, IPOB members, Biafrans across the globe, who need to join this family, this struggle. Please, I encourage you, send me a message on our WhatsApp line. Give me your name. Give me your location. Give me your phone number, contact. And then I will send it to the nearest coordinator to you. There is a massive Biafran incursion taking place everywhere already. The earlier you join the train, the better for all of you. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning from here.
Biafrans.
Go ahead, please. Of course, as always.
I really appreciate you this morning. And I pray that God will continue to strengthen you. Onyibe, this word you said today, what do we remember? It's just that you put it straight to me because I know that my father fought very hard to make sure that Biafra is restored. There was a time I posted to my father's picture in the war front. He led with Ojuku from Oguta. That tank you are seeing in Oguta, it's me, my father and Ojuku went there. He's the captain before then. Now, yesterday, what happened yesterday makes me to make this. Adekunle, where Adekunle was speaking with a white man that Igbos, Biafrans cannot, when you give them chance, they take more chances. And I saw a very terrible genocide. Already I know it. My father showed me, I know it. I grow as a Biafran. But yesterday, I'm married with 4 boys. I have 4 boys. They are grown up. I sent this picture to my wife yesterday evening. I told her, please, what you will do for me now, leave everything you are doing, put this video, watch it very well for you to see why I live as a Biafran and will die like a Biafran. But what you do to me, call my 4 boys, put this video to them, let them watch it very well 3 times, and I will call them one after the other to confirm if they really watch it with their mom. And I was very happy that my wife did so. My children called me, my first son called me, Dad, is that what really happened in Biafra? I said, yes. This is why every time I told you people, we are Biafrans. Even though you live in the Western world, but don't forget this language, your Igbo language. This is who you are, and you are a Biafran. And my second son, the one that is very, very, very hot like me, he said that, can I answer Biafran as your name? I said, if you want to answer Biafran as your name, answer, you are a Biafran. I was very happy that this kind of question came up yesterday. And this morning now, Onyibe, you brought this issue up to Biafra all over the world. We must remember, every morning I used to look my father's picture and see what happened. And the story my mom told me, carrying a baby, 4 days old baby, before the air was passing. They nearly want to shut her down. One of the white man, maybe Egyptian man, maybe Russian man, look at the woman running for her life with a baby up to 4 days. The white man said to the Yoruba man, don't shoot this woman, let her go. And this plane was almost on her head, very close. They saw her very well. My mother saw everybody in that very plane. And it's only the white man that said, don't kill her with that baby. And the man now removed his gun out. My mother just ran to inside one small bush, which is not even a hiding place. God secured her, and she didn't lose her. She had this trauma for years, even after the war, before she gave up. This fear always in her when she remembers this kind of direct gunshot, very close range. Because of the baby, the white man just had this message. So we must remember what we have passed through. Every Biafran who never believed that the memory of Biafra will never go away from us is in our blood, is in our gene. We know that during the war, the Yorubas make love and rape our mothers and our sisters. Any guy who is not speaking direct like a Biafran, that person is not a Biafran. Even though he answers Chibike, he's a Yoruba or Hausa Fulani blood. I am very sure about this. And there is one thing I want to chip in. There are many things going in Facebook, or somebody can see one picture, terrible, good, whatever, and post it to Facebook. Some people share it in Messenger. If we have people who can as well use the same file to put it in WhatsApp, because some people don't have Facebook, to put some pictures so that you can share in WhatsApp too, we help this our struggle, because some people are not in WhatsApp, in Facebook. When they see it, you share it, we share it in the WhatsApp. WhatsApp go more viral, apart from Facebook too. So we have to start to take those things we share in Messenger and know how we do it. People that know how to do it best, to bring it to WhatsApp so that many people, because I know many people, you can say, come to Messenger, let me share one thing for you. He said, I'm not in Facebook. Then I can as well have it in WhatsApp, since they have WhatsApp for their call. Thank you very much, Onyibe. God will continue to strengthen you. Our memory will never go in vain. Even I die as a Biafra. Nothing. Thank you very much.
We must continue. Are you there, caller, on the line?
Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
George Onyibe, my name is Eyuche. I'm calling you from London. I'm a member. Let me tell you, this morning you woke me up. The day the plane came to Omo, I was a young girl and I was there. We were all shouting, they were talking because we were about to reopen school. This plane came so low, we can see the number and drop bomb. All the girls were chatting. I thought I was dead because the fire was too much. When I woke up, I found I wasn't dead. I started running. So that is why when I'm telling people about Biafra, it's in my blood. I would have been dead like my friends died that day. So my son, what you are saying now, you are waking people up. I pray to Chukwuka Obiama that brought Nnamdi Kanu, Uchemefo, and people like you. He will bring Biafra, and I will witness it before the Lord takes me home. God bless you, my son.
We see. Thank you very much, man. This is all we have. I can narrate about my mother from now till tomorrow. Her memory is all that is left. I will guide it jealously. Can you hear me, caller, on the line?
Thank you, Onyibe.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Sir. My name is Mazin Onyibe. I'm speaking right now from Aba, and I hear from Enugu. Onyibe and the Biafrans worldwide, I thank each and every one of you, especially the members of IPOB. And I want to narrate the story told to me by my father. My father told me he was caught 3 times. Without the grace of Chukwuka Obiama and the oracle in our compound, he used to call their name and say, come and rescue. He was caught and tied 3 of them together. He said he was praying in his mind, praying the first time, and the rope they used, where they gather them and tie them together and used to hunt for other people, the rope mistakenly or in fact mysteriously caught. Then he told his colleagues, run to this way, let me run to this way, so that all of us will escape, because if we run together, they will definitely kill us. That is how they escaped. Second time like that, third time like that, before my father ran to a village. Then our compound was burned down. Everything in our compound during the Biafra war was burned down completely. Nothing left. Even Ega Ayoro, which they are using that time, my father said that they packed the money inside one clear pot like that, and they did ground inside one hot house like that. When the hot house was burning, the area that was inside the pot hit inside that, and all of them met together. My father narrated all the story what they passed through there. But now, when you are telling our brothers what is about to happen to them, many of them will fear nothing is happening. I want to introduce one way of evangelism for this hour. I want to advise us on what we can. Later, when you see, I want to advise Biafra, when you see your brother, instead of saying good morning, say, have you joined IPOB? We shouldn't hide ourselves in letting our people to know how important it is. Because if you did not unite the way you should, if these people come, many of them are going to be victims. Many of them are going to be victims. But if you can be able to do our work very, very well, one-on-one evangelism, anybody you see, after greeting, let that person know that IPOB is very, very important to us now. Because if you did not join, man, the kind plan, somebody told me yesterday that Chimaloke in Enugu by called, said that is passing information that all the youths that are capable should come, that he want to give them position to make sure that Enugu is going to be secured. Then when that young man was telling me that he want to go to, from Abahia, he said that he want to go to Enugu, to go and know if it is go. I tell him not to go because the politicians want to use one trick or the other to capture each and every one of you. Don't go. Those people that are guiding on the street are dying mysteriously. Talk not of when you want to go and be guiding inside the forest. They will even kill them and bury you inside the bush there. Nobody will know who you are well about. I tell him never to go because if you go, you have already given your life, given yourself to your enemy. When he was there, how many people did he protect when he was dragging position with Mbaka? He was dragging position with Mbaka. Nothing Mbaka did not do to Chimaroke during his time. This was that each and every one of them are the same people. Two of them are the same people, greedy and the chiefs. That is what they are there. So I was advised now with that young man that you shouldn't go, don't go. Just be at the man that I have told you. Don't go, because if you go, you will see what you have never seen before. So this morning, Biafra, we must go evangelize. One-on-one evangelism, anywhere it is, anywhere you are.
Thank you very much.
Try to let people around you to know that you are IPOB, and it is important for them to come and they join also. Thank you very much, Mazoni. And I pray that Chukwu Kaban will continue to give us more enablement.
Thank you. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? But you are listening to your radio. You are listening to your radio. Are you there, caller on the line?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning from here.
This is your son again. I am Uchechuku. I remember that 24 hours ago, that my elder sister called me and said that they caught off someone here in Abore in Idina, Uku in Ibere. Sir, there are two persons that recently called in this radio that you said that they are from Ibere. Please, sir, do me a favor. I need their number. I want to know people who are deceiving us and people who are not deceiving us. Please, I need their number. Let me work with them. And I want to be in my village this weekend because they have killed and they have messed everybody up in that Ibere. And nobody's talking. And my mother is telling me now that the kings are telling them to stay away, that they don't have anything to do with the outer people, that they should stay there and allow them to destroy their farms because they have been giving money. I am telling you this. Please, I need the people's number. I need to call them one-on-one and meet them one-on-one.
Thank you very much. It is not in my place to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
God bless you. We must continue. We're talking about the memory. They say, no, don't talk about them. And anybody that say we should not talk about the people they killed, you will die and you will die for nothing. Nobody will remember you. I remember that we found ourselves in a stage that our people can't even speak up. I remember we can't even speak up. Whatever they do to us, we accept it. And I remember today we are talking because we have people like Mazenandia, Kano, and Mazuchimefo. And I remember, as far as I can project into the future, Nigeria will know no peace. The handlers of Nigeria will know no peace. On daily basis, they will bleed shame and disgrace. Until Biafra is restored, all of you fasten your seatbelt because the journey has just begun. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello.
This is female line, please, except you are female. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Onyibe.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Am I online?
Of course you are on air, except you're calling for a different purpose.
Yes, I was actually calling for you to repeat the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number. I've been trying to register.
The WhatsApp number now, if you have your pen with you, is.
Hang on, sir. Just 1 minute, sir. Okay, go ahead, sir.
070
70
815 456 42. Everybody that say, oh, I want to join IPOB. How do I join IPOB? Please send me your phone number. Send me your contacts, as in your phone number, your location, where you live, then your name. Somebody will meet you up.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
you very much.
We must
God
continue.
bless you.
And bless you too. And people should understand. It's just simple. It's simple. If we don't know what killed these people, that same thing will kill us. We need to know how they were killed. So when you see Nigerian army raping small girl everywhere, it didn't start today. Are you there, caller on the line?
Good morning, Onyibe.
Good morning, Ada. Go ahead, please.
My name is Onyibe. We must remember those that killed. As a child in those days, my dad fought for this war. I wasn't there. But I could remember the diary my dad kept. It just almost everything that happened. And my mom did not allow us to touch that diary because to her, she said she doesn't want us to eat people or start to misbehave because of what my dad did. But by the special grace of Chukwuka, I gambled into that diary and I read everything in that diary. I found out that Obasanjo was in charge of Onitsha, Buhari in the state up to the backyard of Mbano, and so many things. So I hated Hausa.
Now, when you say Obasanjo was in charge of Onitsha, you are not wrong. Because Obasanjo actually was living in Asaba. And you know, the difference between Asaba and Onitsha is just the water. So there are possibilities he constantly crossed the river Niger to rape some Onitsha women and go back. Obasanjo was the lead genocidaire in Asaba. When you hear of Asaba massacre, Obasanjo was the one who gave the order. Go ahead, please.
I said, all these things you are saying, it is in my dad's diary. And my dad, as a child, he called us before he died. He called us and told us that we are not Nigeria. By the special grace of God, I told you last night, I schooled in Kaduna. I have never fought by the special grace of God stand for national anthem because when I remember the things that my father did in that diary, I feel like killing Fulanis. I feel like killing them because they really dealt with us. And so when you remember all these things and you're telling people Biafra is a spirit and it's a reality, people are telling you that you are digressing. As a child of God, you don't have to do this one. As a child of God, I tell them, we are children of God. We are the real children of God. So we must remember those that died for us to live. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my sister. There is no two ways about it. Our people must not forget. It's simple. When I see Fulani headsmen raping, murdering people, I remember they've done it before. And when I hear Nigerian army killing people, I remember they've done it before. When I hear them saying we will declare your land state of emergency, I will remember they've done it before. When I see checking point, our land being under military occupation, I remember they've done it before. When I see them shooting, killing, and robbing, I remember they've done it before. When I see them ruling us with decree, I remember they've done it before. When I see Britain coming out today to support one Nigeria and people being sponsored to support or launder the image of one Nigeria, I remember they've done it before. And so because I remember, I can improvise. Never again we will allow them to have their free lunch on the expense of our people. Never again. They can do what they have now while they have the time. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Yeah.
If you are there, you go ahead, please.
Good morning, sir.
Go ahead, good morning.
I say, may people can bless our leader, Mazen, and they can also bless our deputy leader, Mazen. My name is Wadnatiki Bikem Wango. I heard from Abati. Abati is in the Abati is Esraland. Please, Mazen, this topic is very today. As we need our people really suffered. I can remember my father told me, my father filed for this war that we are talking about. he told me that he nearly, when they said that the war had ended, that Hausa soldiers nearly killed him. He didn't know that they had stopped using Biafra money. He went to buy something with the money. Unfortunately, they saw him. It was a woman, and he wanted to buy something from, and save him from them killing him. And he came back from a bullet wound on his shoulder. And today, that mark is there. So our people really suffered. That's why whenever I'm talking about Biafra, somebody will tell me, you saw Biafran war. Assuming you saw Biafran war, you will not be able to tell me about Biafra. And I keep telling them, it's because of that suffer that our people suffer that makes me, that gets me angry anytime I remember the way they suffered, the way our people were killed, the way our people were massacred in cold blood. We didn't do anything to these people. My father told me that these people laid ambush for them. They hang shoe, uniform, because our people were naked fighting this war. They wanted them to come in so that they can shoot them to pieces. They knew that was a trap. But some people did not understand. Many of them were killed because they rushed to go and collect all those things. They didn't know that this Hausa and Yoruba people.
The same way they are doing to us. They will throw 20,000 naira in a community. Some community youth and politicians will come out and rush the money to kill us. They will die in the end. That is why we must remember how they killed them. Because it's going to help us to survive in the next few days coming.
We must remember them. Because assuming he joined them to go and collect all those shoes and uniform, Biafra uniform. Because our people were naked fighting. He would have been killed. But because he knew that this may be a trap, he went back. So till now we are still suffering. Somebody is telling me the Biafra war. Those things that make our people to stand firm to fight for us to be.
Biafra war lasted for 3 years. And now almost 60 years on, we are still fighting in the shade. And that person don't know we are fighting war?
Somebody was shot the other day because of 100 naira. Are we not go to all our roadblocks here and there, and somebody is telling me that we are not in the war? They don't bring war to us. See, once you come out now, at my own gate here, you will see army arriving with guns. You will see police with guns. Road safety, very soon now, road safety is agitating for them to give them guns. Very soon they will give them guns. Vigilante gone. Civil defense gone. Everybody with gone. Who are they testing? What kidnapping is here and there. They are not doing. What they do now is that we are looking for courties. This is where they are eliminating our young boys. Whether somebody was killed, there is a courties. But also Fulani are here and there. Somebody is telling me that we are not fighting war. You need war. That's why we are talking about. I am telling them that why we are talking about Biafra is that we must revert for what they do to our fathers and our mothers. That's why I stand to I say I must fight this, that I'm a Biafran and I intend to die a Biafran. Nothing will stop me from fighting because our people really suffer. By the social growth of people of Gabiama, I serve indigenous people as Biafra as the deputy leader. Deputy coordinator, Zone 1. I greet all my members. I say, may Chuko Gabiama bless.
We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi.
Go ahead, please. Good morning from here.
Yes, good morning, Mazi George Onyibe. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, lovers of freedom. My name once again is Obi Emmanuel Chibike. I'm calling from the state of Israel, Elat to be precisely. But I'm from Mbudi. Mbudi is in Oru. Oru is under Olo province, Imo State, Biafra land. Mazi, thank you very much for this topic this morning. Mazi, their death is what is driving us. When we remember what they suffered, that is why we say never again. That is why we say that we must continue this fight, that their death and their suffering must not be in vain. But Mazi, as a religious person, as Onyo Menala, that I am, they are not dead. They have just reincarnated. Mazi, after the war, years after the war, they reincarnated. They have grown up now and they have continued the fight. They are not dead. They are here with us. Their blood are in our blood. Their DNA is in our DNA. That thing they saw that time, that is what we are seeing today. So we must carry that fight to the end. Biafra must be restored. That is a must. We don't have anything to live for if not for Biafra. Mazi, this war that is coming, you know what the war means. You know what the war means. The Fulani people know what the war means. They know that it's gonna be a war of vengeance. We will fight this war with all the blood in our body. We use this war to avenge what they have done to us. It's gonna be a war of vengeance. We will not fight it in order just to restore Biafra only. We will fight it to do to them what they have done to us. Mazi, I would like to be that Benjamin Adekunle. That thing he did to us, I will do it to his people. We have our own Awolowo. That thing Awolowo do in our land, we do it to their people. We have our own Obasanjo. All of the things that they done to us will be replicated. Mazama,
you are air, except you want to stop.
Am I coming out clear?
You are
okay.
Air, except you want to stop.
Okay, thank you. So all the things that are done to us, we have to undo them. Mazi, it's not only about our veterans or our people that died during the war. What of our ancestors, the people that we are taking, or free men that we are taking to slavery, to the foreign land? They captured them and take them to slavery. Now our people say that they are evil. Our people say that our ancestors are evil. But Mazi, they come down here in Israel. I see most of the men of God, most of prominent people, most of the elite, they come here in Israel. They go to the burial sites of Abraham. They go to and see where Jesus healed Peter in-law. They go everywhere. They go to Capernaum. They go and visit all sites of burial ground, but many of these people don't know where their father is being buried. Mazi, shame. They value other people more than themselves. Mazi, let me just stop for here because I have many things to say, but we must continue. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. Our people must understand. It's very important. Their memory is all we have left. Nothing more, nothing less. Call on the line, are you there? Call on the line, are you there?
Yeah, Master George Onyibe. I am Amade of Richard. I'm calling from Omario Bukwe in Ngokbala. Hello? Yeah, George Onyibe, your topic this morning is very, very wonderful. You see, everyone that is a Biafra, any Biafra must remember, must read the history of what these people have done to us. You see, I am a history student. I try my possible best to read whatever that happened during Nigeria Biafra war. And when I'm passing through all of these stories, I am shedding, I am crying. You see, these people don't do us they want to wipe us out throughout the war. But I thank God who preserve us up to this moment. You see, these people give us 3 days to wipe us out from this existence. But God on our behalf, God guides us, God protects us, will fight the war till 3 years. If not sabotage that we are suffering now, we could have won that war. But I urge you people, all the IPOB members who are working assiduously to make sure that we unite together and fight these people. Because what I'm seeing coming, in fact, we will defeat them 100 times. They give us 3 days, but we'll fight them in 3 years. This time around, we are going to defeat them right at we will pursue them to the last point.
Thank you very much.
But I'm not happy what this will do to us. Thank you. I am Ahmad of Princess, calling from Umario in Ngopala.
We must continue. We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, I am here.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Mazi Onyibe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time zone, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and friends of Biafra all over the world. My name is Mazi Kano Agwobura from Akano Ohafia is no more province of Biafra land and I'm calling from the city of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I want to announce the meeting of Biafra in our zone that is coming up on Sunday at Chinese tea as usual. We need to tell our brothers who are in Malaysia to always join us in our meetings where we discuss and chat away on how we are going to restore our destiny, our hope, our future, and the future of our generation, which is the Republic of Biafra, which was robbed of us by the British and handed us over to the Fulanese to torment us for many years now. So for directions, you can call this number 011 36 85 84 54. I repeat the number 011 36 85 84 54. Onyibe, the topic that you have been treating today is a very emotional one, because when you remember our people, our fathers, because I don't say that the genocide was committed against our forefathers. No, it is our fathers. We are the next generation after the people that were killed through genocide. So it is something that is too emotional. Myself, when I remember my own father, I was very young when he died, and I believe he died because of the agony and the things that he saw during that war. Because when he died, there were a lot of Biafran currency that was removed from his room. When he died, was very, very strong. I didn't know anything. He didn't even tell me anything. It is after his death that I got to realize things because of the books I had from his room. So, emotional things. Our people we are still suffering that byproduct today. It's spread all over the world. Thank you, Mr. Mazi and all Biafrans. I use this opportunity to thank our people in my.
Thank you. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yeah, I'm calling. Good morning.
Yes,
I'm
this
calling from
the women's line. Don't call the women's line, please, if you are a man. I won't allow you. I'll take this last caller and then I'll draw the curtain for this morning segment. Are you there, caller on the line on WhatsApp?
Good morning, Onyibe.
Good morning from you. Go ahead, please.
This is Mazi Chikwado Okolenta. I'm calling from Malaysia. By the special grace of God, I'm the PRO, National Malaysia. I greet you, Mazi Onyibe, for the good work we are doing on this Radio Biafra. Honestly, we are hearing your voice. And the message is very, very clear. I just want to make it clear to my brothers and sisters who reside here in Malaysia that it is better we join hands together to fight for this just cause. Biafra. Something happened between me and one Enugu boy here just before the day Fulani Hesman murdered the Reverend Father of a person. I was arguing with this guy every time we do have arguments. Come and join. He said nothing is happening, that it was a propaganda. I told him that day, said that Fulani Hesman are everywhere. That he didn't hear it doesn't mean that they are not in your father's house. Just 2 days later, the guy called me on phone and was complaining that Father Ofu is dead, that Fulani killed him. I said, okay.
No, they went to give him 27 virgin. He's not dead.
Yes, I told him, this is why I told you, join hands together. You will still hear it again if you cannot do anything to save your people as a person living in Malaysia. Now that guy is the one calling me to brother, when are we having a meeting? I want you to come and join. I say yes, this is a very good move you have just made. I want to pass this message to everybody in Malaysia. It is not time for argument or whatever. As you can see in this Malaysia now, Malaysia land has rejected everything Nigeria. Everything zoo in this Malaysia now. Everybody are on the road. They have rejected you. Fulani herdsmen are taking over your father's house in Biafra, and you can't do anything to stop this. For those that still want to join us, I know that many of them are listening to me now. In case if you want to join us, 25th of this month, we are having our Malaysia general meeting. Everybody in Malaysia, all parts of Malaysia. The venue for this meeting will be in Klang, Selangor. And in case if you are looking for a place to join, a zone that you can join and they don't have a contact or whatever, I want to call out a number that you can reach out. 019-44-65305. I repeat, 019-44-65305. Call this number and I will connect you to any of the coordinators so that you will save your people. You will save your father's land. It is not time to make money. Your money is useless without your freedom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Master.
We must continue. You see. We must continue. There are a lot of atrocity going on. And there is reason why people are dying. And most of them with dignity, they died. With honor, they died. They choose how to die because they know they may not have, or they didn't have the right to choose when to be born. And as free men, they all died. And then look at where we are today. All we have is their memory. Their memory. If we preserve it, if we keep it alive, what kills them will not kill us. But if we let it be just a mere wishful thinking, a mere memory, get ready, because what killed them will kill you. I will be signing off from here, honestly. The burden of the weight of Biafra is really heavy. I can only imagine what our leader and his deputy are going through. I can only imagine what Mazen and the Kano and Mazuchimefo are going through. I could only imagine the cry of millions of babies who were murdered by British government under British government supervision. The Awusa Fulani Yoruba murdered over 10 million Biafrans, supervised, supported by British government. I could only imagine. This morning, imagine the cry of millions of Biafran children. They don't even know what is happening. They were innocent. They committed no crime. And I remember those songs we used to sing in those days in the church. And he said, when I die for him, I know who I die for. When I wept for him, I know who I wept for. When I wept for Biafra, now I knew that, yes, they did die to set me free. What a burden to carry on your shoulder as a leader of a people who has felt so much pain. But you know what? We will get over it. Of course, we will get over it. Goodbye. God bless you. And honestly, I love you when you are Biafra.
United Nation, you gave us law of self-determination. We followed your principles in freedom fighting. But why does the life of a black man doesn't matter to you all? Biafrans are being massacred in large quantities. Instead of getting help from you people, you got us shooting.
This is the story of Biafrans who died on the road of freedom. This is the story of the motherless searching for a lovely home. They were shot by the military. No one knew where to love the power. history, living a life of misery. United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let Biafrans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall?
We are known for being blunt about the truth. Federal and world bodies can't even deny this obvious proof that these kids were starved to death. None of them were left. Together we stand against this ruthlessness.
You made us believe in you. You gave us your word, and now they are killing us and spilling our blood.
Pain and misery, we've had enough. We've had enough. You and the USA, stand up for us. We've had enough.
We have been mourning our grown in all the zones. Since the pressures of those great nations, we still haven't grown. We cannot stack the stops back, yes. We need to go back to our home, yeah, our home.
What have we done to this basic human treatment? What is a crime? The desolate in our environment. Biafrans are suffering every day. What more can we say if that's the price that we must pay? We must pay.
And I'm so disappointed. USA, UN and the government. That's why United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Biafrans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? They are killing us every day. Only God we save our lives. And you will be like it. To allow Biafra go. Blood the blood of earth, I'm crying in the wilderness. I had to shed blood of Biafra children. Crying loud.
The people, we see them watch them killing people. I got no much to say, but one thing I must say is stop the fight for world stats.
Please give me my life back. I'm locked up in bitterness.
My eyes are red and swollen, but no one can see the tears in my eyes. My people keep on falling. Maybe someday they will come back to life.
United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations,